And what's the best thing about playing George? Is that hot or does gone awful taste?
Oh no, it's good. I hit my tooth on it.
Oh, is that what it was? That was like...
I know one kid came up to me once and she said, "You even have George's tooth," before he had his teeth replaced because his teeth fell out, you know. You've got to floss, America. He had this sort of indent here,
yeah.
you know, and she said that and the mother went, "Oh, don't say that," like it was a nasty thing. And I thought, it's really cool that she noticed that.
Yeah,
though,
that is pretty...
Kid. And then I told that to an interviewer guy and he said, "She even has crooked teeth like George." It's like, no, you missed the point. You missed the point. One time I even said, being in this Beatle band is like getting paid to eat ice cream, and the guy misquoted me and said, "It's like getting paid to eat." She said, "It's like getting paid to eat." So everybody thought I was probably like 700 pounds.
Big difference.
Big difference.
I mean, if you were wearing a Mamas and a Papas tribute band, maybe that's okay. But, I mean...
But yeah, they missed the fun of it, you know.
Oh, I won't miss anything with the tape recorder.
That's right.
Now, I'm sorry I'm not being spontaneous. How well do you know the guitar parts and how much do you enjoy the guitar parts?
I adore the guitar parts because he actually came up with them. And together as a group, if Paul had a melody idea or George Martin said play these notes, they were trying to think symphonically. They were trying to learn how to arrange, and they were coming up with things that just fit the song perfectly. So, you know, you could hear a drum part from several aisles away and know that it's a Beatles song. You could hear a bass riff. All these signature parts were so crucial to the song, became almost a part of the composition, that it made the song unique. It was a clever hook, a great song, fantastic lyrics, wonderful melody to begin with. Then it had a great bass line, a great drum part, awesome guitar parts. You know, it's like songwriters live for that kind of thing, those magical little guitar riffs and moments, because those are the parts people remember. And those are the things that are just so much fun to play. Like when I was first starting out learning how to play, it was so amazing to be able to learn the exact riffs from everybody's records that I was learning from, because I felt like, well, now I have it right. It sounds like it. It was my measure of, did I get it?
Yeah.
And that taught me how to write my own, which was an incredible freedom and an awakening of the songwriter in me.
Right. Now, so do you know all of George's parts?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Well, for the songs that we've ever learned, I mean, in 10 years, we've probably learned 110, 115 songs. And this summer, we're ready to play 71 different tunes.
Wow.
And we're alternating them every few shows. Like, we played last weekend, we're playing this weekend, 2 different shows. There were 19 different songs the next night that weren't in the show the previous night.
Wow.
You know, so it's really amazing.
So how many songs are in the repertoire? 100 and...
Right now, this summer, we have 71.
Okay. But you guys know much more.
We know over 100, yeah.
Wow.
And the Beatles wrote over 200.
Right.
You know, 211, 213, something like that.
And when you sing, do you try to sound like George?
Oh, very much so, because he always had that really cool guttural thing, that sort of colour, you know, even the la-la. Also one of the best things, even when he went, "Oh, Beethoven," you know, it was sort of a, it was like his tongue was getting stuck in his throat or something. It was really cute. But in all those harmonies, like, you're gonna lose, yes, yes, you're gonna lose that girl. You know, he's the one that's got that sound underneath that really, you know, sounds so Beatle-y. You know, it's like, so I'm always trying to do that sound when I have his parts to sing, which has been a trick to get my woman's voice to get down that low and to be out over the band so you can hear it.
Now, how hard is that for you to do? How long did it take you to perfect that? I mean, it's one thing to learn. I know you're from a virtuoso guitar player from what I've been reading. And I mean, playing the guitar is one thing. I mean, if you practice and practice and, you know, put the time in, hopefully, eventually, possibly, you'll be that good. But to sing like George, enough to sound like George.
Well, to me, it's like doing the accent for speaking. It's just ear training. You're just listening to it. In fact, when I'm teaching the classes, try to get kids to sound like him because we're doing it for fun.
Yeah.
And they're really trying to learn these parts. I have to point out to them that even my nephews who were like really little a couple of years ago when they first started hearing Beatles songs were walking around going, the world is at your command. You know, they were wondering, the world is at your command. You know, let it be, let it be, let it be. I mean, it's like, no, there's a inflection, there's a volume, there's a feeling, there's a slur, there's a way to connect.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to listen for all those things.
And they all had distinct voices.
Yeah. That blended very well, as they say.
Now, so was it hard to perfect the voice, or?
No, I mean, I was always
Good at that
imitating.
type of stuff?
Not really good at it, but I was just always imitating him. And I can remember, even in my first band, like in a garage band with these grammar school kids, I think there were 6 of us, and we were doing Bangladesh.
You were 20 at the time, but you just had a bunch of grammar school kids. They were cheaper.
No, I was 11, I think, yeah, because it was 71, and George's concert for Bangladesh just came out, and the head tune, Bangladesh, he was singing, and we were doing that tune. And my mom hit her girlfriend, you know, my friend's mother, and said, she thinks she's George Harrison, you know, like she just thought it was hilarious, you know. And, you know, funny enough, you know, I ended up seeing the ad in the paper to join this band, so.
Oh, is that how that happened?
Yeah.
Okay, because that was a ladder question.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
But, okay, we'll get to it. Now,
would you like some cookies?
No, thank you.
I never do sugar.
Now, how close is George singing and guitar playing to your own singing and guitar playing? Are they similar? I mean, you've been inspired by him, so that you guys might actually both connect.
You can hear it in there for sure.
Okay.
And I think on this CD, I turned it on, certainly on purpose, for songs like My Norwegian Friend. That's sort of a hats off to the Beatles.
Okay.
And some other Beatles website guy who was streaming these tunes thought the second song, The Garden, was Beatle-y, but I didn't think of it intentionally.
Yeah.
But my other influences are like James Taylor and Stevie Wonder and Carly Simon and Pat Metheny and, you know, people I was growing up with.
Okay.
So
definitely all the great singer-songwriters.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things in there. I love Paul Simon.
Yeah.
There's definitely some stuff of him in there. But, you know, I know where it is where I felt like them for a second.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like an actress. Like, how am I going to deliver this line, or how am I going to sing this part? You kind of, almost for confidence, feel like somebody for a second.
Yeah.
But it comes out like you.
Right.
Nobody realized, like, when Paul was doing Ray Charles for Long and Winding Road, that was his influence there, and that they were trying to be the Beach Boys, and, you know, doing that on USSR, and Let's Be Fleetwood Mac, and they're singing Because, you know. It didn't come through like, oh, geez, why are they imitating him? They were just doing it for fun, for an angle, like, what's my motivation, you know? How do I get behind this? I was imagining blah, blah, blah. I wanted to write a song like blah, 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 you know.
Now, do you write like the Beatles?
Well, like I said, that My Norwegian Friend came out kind of Beatle-y, but I think maybe one of the things that I got from them mostly was the melody shapes.
Right.
There's some nice melodies that...
Which is probably the best thing you could get from them.
Yeah. And, you know, cool layers. Like, it's good headphone mixes, really.
Well, it's gonna be going in my car CD as soon as we leave. Cool. I'll pop out my PJ Harvey disc and put that. Let's see. Now, I like this question, and you're such a Beatles fanatic.
Stump the panel.
No, it's not a stumpy, but you definitely have your own unique spin on it. What do you consider to be the quintessential Harrison song as a Beatle and as a soloist?
That's really hard because there's so many. I think as a Beatle, Here Comes the Sun did a lot for humanity.
Yeah.
I mean, like Eric Idle was saying, what more of a better sentiment to get up every day and...
First song inside, too,
Here Comes the Sun. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, you know, such an awesome song. As a solo
that's
Beatle...
a difficult question.
Yeah. He's got so many. Even his latest album, you've heard the new album, right?
Yeah.